Additional Secretary Sir, Joint Secretary Agarwal Sir, our DGOF and Chairman Designate Vishwakarma Ji, my dear friends and colleagues from the federations. Sir, today is 28/8/20. You may be remembering 28/7/20 we had a meeting. You were also present there and the Secretary DP was chairing the meeting. I just recollect what was the concluding remark made by the Secretary DP on that day, exactly 1 month before. Whatever concerns the federations have expressed in this meeting against the corporatization, I will be urgently communicating this to the Honorable Raksha Mantri and I will revert back to you. Now it is 1 month. We do not know what Secretary DP has conveyed to the Honorable Raksha Mantri. But yesterday, Honorable Raksha Mantri in that webinar held with FICCI and others, she has announced that the process of corporatization will be completed within a year. This is a very sorry state of affairs. Because it is the assurance given by the Secretary DP that he will convey our concerns and feelings to the Raksha Mantri and he will revert back to us. That has not happened. I register my protest on that. That is number one. Number two, Mr. Pathak also has stated that, but I don't know how it has coincided. While I was just entering for this conference, one worker just met me on the way and asked him, "साहब आप किधर जा रहा है?" हम बोला, देखिए बाबा, हम लोग ने तो स्ट्राइक नोटिस दिया, उस स्ट्राइक नोटिस का ऊपर डिस्कस करने के लिए एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी साहब ने बुलाया, इसलिए हम वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस में उस प्रोग्राम में हम जा रहा है। वो एक ऑर्डिनरी वर्कर है, बहुत बड़ा नेता नहीं है, बहुत बड़ा इंटेलेक्चुअल नहीं है, इट्स एन ऑर्डिनरी वर्कर। ही टोल्ड, सर आप मीटिंग में एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी को बताइए ये ऑर्डिनेंस फैक्ट्री बोर्ड का खिलाफ में प्रचार हो रहा है, दुष्प्रचार हो रहा है, सरकार खुद बोल रहा है ऑर्डिनेंस फैक्ट्री इनएफिशिएंट है, ऑर्डिनेंस फैक्ट्रीज को कोई अकाउंटेबिलिटी नहीं है, ऑर्डिनेंस फैक्ट्री का पास कुछ भी नहीं है, इतना बुरा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हिंदुस्तान में कोई भी नहीं है, ये सब कॉर्पोरेटाइज करने में सब ठीक हो जाए। Corporatization is a sanjeevani. Corporatization is the best medicine for all the evils. Then सबसे पहले आप एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी साहब को बताइए, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस शुड बी corporatized first. Same thing Mr. Pathak also has told here. First, the ordnance factory board should be corporatized. Because if ordnance factory board is bad, as Mr. Pathak has correctly mentioned, you are only appointing chairman, you are only giving the policy decisions, you are only posting general managers. We poor workers don't have any role on all these things. So if at all something bad has happened, first the accountability has to be fixed on the Department of Defence Production only. And therefore, that worker has very correctly told that first of all, the Ministry of Defence should be corporatized and not the ordnance factory. Now, प्रधानमंत्री साहब ने बताया, आई एम ए मद्रासी, इतना हिंदी हमको अच्छा नहीं आता, फिर भी पढ़ रहा हूं, इस प्रक्रिया का पूरे होने पर श्रमिकों और सेना दोनों को बल मिलेगा। I have searched the meaning for bal because basically I am a Tamilian from Tamil Nadu. वो बल का अंग्रेजी बोल रहा है strength. So if ordnance factory board is corporatized, it will strengthen the workers and it will strengthen the army. Definitely his speech must have been written by some senior officials in the Department of Defence Production. I cannot expect the Honorable Prime Minister to inform us that what are all the strength we will get by converting us into a corporation. but onus on those officials who have written the speech of the Honorable Prime Minister to inform the workers. I cannot speak on behalf of the army that how army will be strengthened, but I am representing the workers, so I can very well ask you how it is going to strengthen the employees, especially after seeing the experience of public sector in this country, especially after the policy announcement of the decision that only 4 public sector will remain in the strategic sector, especially after seeing that Hindustan Aeronautics Limited share is going to be disinvested, especially after seeing the Bharat Earth Movers Limited is almost privatized, how it is going to strengthen the employees. The BSNL is not getting salary and HAL is not getting orders. So how it is going to benefit the employees, that if not today, somehow you have to clarify it, because this is a statement made by the Honorable Prime Minister who is heading this government. And whoever has written this speech for him has got the onus to inform us that what are the strength we are going to get out of it. This is number 2. Number 3, you have told that let us jointly sit together and decide about corporatization. It will never happen. It will never happen. In the last meeting also we have told we cannot be a party for a decision which is going to kill, murder a 219 years old organization. It will never take place jointly. That I want to clarify you very, very clearly, sir. Then you have told, you have read certain, we have never been given any document. Neither you have given the cabinet decision, nor you have given the EGOM terms of reference or the notification of the EGOM. Nothing has been given to us. We are empty-handed. We are fighting a battle with empty hand, and you are fighting the battle with all weapons. Anyway, we are having nails and teeth. At least we can fight till our death. Now I want to ask you a simple question. You have told that you discuss about your service conditions. You discuss about your pension. I am asking you a question, sir. Of course, you have now only just 1 year in DDP. But I want to make a statement here that DDP was always cruel to us. DDP was never kind to its employees. Please take a note of it. You are never kind to us. What service matters I will discuss with you? What you have given me in 20 years? Not a single cadre review you have cleared in 20 years. What service condition you will discuss with me? What service condition you will discuss with me? I work hard. I give production. My bonus is linked with the productivity linked bonus. 41 days bonus Ordnance Factory Board recommends. You also recommends. Raksha Mantri recommends. The Finance Ministry reduced it by 1 day. Have you ever thought that I am due for that 1 day? Have you ever gone to the finance and told you have to give my workers due? You have never done that. So many proposals you have rejected. Our piecework, even today, 60% of the industrial worker, their attendance starts from 0. Last meeting also I told you. Their earnings start from 0. They have to work, they have to produce, they have to give the output. You are all getting 7th pay commission benefit. The 60% worker is still in 6th pay commission piecework rate. 3 years before the proposal was sent to you, what a governance is there in DDP? I am asking you, sir. 3 years. That file has gone. I do not know whether it has gone. 100 times you have written back the file. 100 times you have written back the file. What service you will protect me? Today I am your employee. Tomorrow I am not going to be your employee. I will be employing some corporate or some private corporates. I do not know where I am. But today I am your employee. Have you ever bothered about my service condition? Huh? I am still working in 6th pay commission piecework rate. You should understand that. I am still working, getting in risk allowance, ammunition, high explosive ammunition I am working. You are giving me what? You are giving me 6th pay commission risk allowance. Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought of that? Any cadre restructuring you have done. IAS cadre restructuring takes place every 5 years. All India Service cadre restructuring, there is a portal available in the DOPNT, about the All India service cadre restructuring. Where is our cadre restructuring? Have you ever thought about that? You have never thought about that, sir. And Secretary DP assured us. Today you are telling financial support will be given. What Dr. Ajay Kumar told us? When we raised, salary budget should be given separately for us. He has agreed. It was in 2018 he has agreed this demand. He has agreed in front of the Cabinet Secretary when I was attending the National Council JCM meeting chaired by the Cabinet Secretary Mr. Sinha, who is now one of the Secretary of the Honorable Prime Minister. In his presence, Dr. Ajay Kumar assured, sir, their salary budget will be given separately so that they can compete in the market. Where is that proposal? Where it has gone? Have you given to us? So, you are always cruel to your employees. You were never kind enough to the employees. You are not examiners. How many people are there examiners? Their incentive with 80 crores financial implication has been forwarded to you. You have rejected that case after 5 years. It took 5 years for you to reject that case. This is your governance, sir. The piece workers who are working in the ordnance factory, Saturday 3¼ hours, some single OT they have to get. You kept the file for 5 years and you have rejected it. So what type of a confidence a worker will have on you that their service condition you will protect, my dear sir? So it is not the issue of service condition. It is not the issue of service condition, sir. It is the issue of the survival of an organization. Now you are telling me accountability and autonomy. I am asking you a simple question. Our chairman designate is sitting here. You know what will be the fate of your ordnance factory board next month? They will not have quorum even to conduct a board meeting. There is no members. The board will become incapacitated because there should be some quorum. No, where is the quorum? This is how you are treating ordnance. They cannot take any decision now. That means cripple the ordnance factories. Even before corporatization, the old exercise have started. 275 products you have given to the trade. What is the service condition? I will come and discuss before you, sir. And now, DRDO has been told, give all the technology to private sector. No technology will be given to Ordnance Factory Board. What is that I will come and discuss with you, my dear sir? What is that I will discuss with you? We told 30,000, my president has given you a challenge. You please accept the challenge. 30,000 crores within 5 years. If you give minimum 2 years roll-on indent in advance, you will do it. Mr. Manohar Parrikar gave this challenge. We accepted. We went up to 17,000 crores. Afterwards, suddenly you brought down to 11,000 crores. Have you done anything for that? Any action has been taken? And now you are telling, now I am a government. Ordnance Factory, even though Cabinet has taken a decision, notification is not yet out. Yesterday, Honorable Minister has told it will take 1 year. No, today I am your employee, no. Today I am your organization, no. Every load I should compete with the private sector, you expect me? Then Ministry of Defence also should compete with the private corporates, no. That is why our president told and that ordinary worker told, first Ministry of Defence should become corporation. Then only you should come to Ordnance Factory Board. So the question of corporatization is not going to give any solution. Day before yesterday, we have submitted a detailed representation to the Parliamentary Standing Committee. After all, as Mr. Pathak has told, there is no door left for us to knock. We have knocked at the President's door, nobody bothered to listen to us. We have knocked at the door of Honorable Prime Minister, asked him an appointment, he has not given. Raksha Mantri has not given. So we thought where to go. We thought, okay, there is a Parliamentary Standing Committee. Before that Parliamentary Standing Committee, the Secretary DP has told, converting Ordnance Factory Board into a corporation is not a viable proposal. Due to unsustainability of workload, and the compulsion to maintain a war reserve, ordnance factories cannot be converted into a corporation. It is your statement, not my statement. It is the statement of the then Secretary DP before the Parliamentary Standing Committee, which is recorded, placed before the Parliament. Now what the situation has changed overnight? कोरोना कोविड-19 परिस्थिति का बैकग्राउंड में हमको कॉर्पोरेटाइज करने का क्या जरूरत है? Especially when a previous strike negotiation is pending before you. Especially a previous strike demand is pending before you now. It was in front of the CLC the meeting has taken place. An agreement was signed by Dr. Ajay Kumar Saab, who is still in the service. What happened to that? Pending that, how can a government do this? Is it not an unfair labor practice? Is it not violation of the Industrial Dispute Act? Have you ever brought all these things before the Honorable Prime Minister and Raksha Mantri? I have got my doubt. Now what ministry is doing? That's why I told you are cruel towards us. Instead of hearing us, instead of understanding our difficulties, what you have done? You are trying to crush us. By how? By declaring us as public utility service. What public utility? Which public? Can any public enter an ordnance factory organization? As public has got any connection with ordnance factories? You have announced it. What is the intention for announcing that public utility service? Because you thought you will crush the strike. YESMA is no more in existence. But you are somehow trying. You have gone to Home Ministry, you are going to Law Ministry to see YESMA should be imposed. So that Pathak Sri Kumar, Sadhu Singh, Ashok Singh ji सबको अरेस्ट करके हम जेल में डालेंगे. यही आपका इंटेंशन है ना? नहीं तो आप YESMA के पीछे क्यों घूमना पड़ेगा? But you have done it. That shows the attitude, no? And then 100 you are asking, and our board also. Last strike, how many people have participated? Last strike, how many people have not participated? You give individual name wise for what? If you have got so. Yesterday, initially I was very happy to hear the Honorable Prime Minister. He has appreciated the ordnance factory workers. They are capable workers. They are highly talented workers. You want to punish the highly talented worker? You want to victimize them? You want to punish them? So this is not acceptable, sir. This is not acceptable. All of us will become an employee of corporation, and the people who are deciding sitting in Delhi will continue as government employees and retire from service with all protection for their pension, promotion, gratuity, everything. How can we accept this? How can we tolerate this? How will the workers going to accept this decision? And I wanted to make one record here. The decision what you are taking is to convert my status as an employee of the Government of India. My status as a defense civilian employee is a clear violation of Article 14 and 21 of the Indian Constitution. You cannot discriminate. Myself and another employee are recruited in the Ministry of Defense on the same day as a government employee. I will become corporation employee and he will continue to remain as a defense civilian employee. It is a violation. I do not know, because you are all in a haste. Everybody is in a haste. कैसे भी इसको कॉर्पोरेशन करके प्रधानमंत्री का अप्रिसिएशन मिलना चाहिए. 100 डेज का आपका एजेंडा हमने लागू किया. ये तो प्रधानमंत्री ने नहीं बोला 100 डेज का एजेंडा में कॉर्पोरेशन रखो. हम लोग को कितना खबर है. आपको प्रधानमंत्री का ऑफिस ने पूछा डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री 100 डेज का एजेंडा में क्या रखना चाहता हूं. सो यू हैव गिवन 100 days. Our agenda will be corporation. We will convert ordnance factory into a corporation. Therefore, sir, we have given 3 charter of demands. A strike negotiation should be like a strike negotiation. First demand is to withdraw corporatization. You are telling you be a party for corporatization. हम लोग दोनों मिलके ऑर्डिनेंस फैक्ट्रीज को कॉर्पोरेटाइज करेंगे. ये आपका अपील है. ये गलत है सर. ये गलत है. We are not going to be a party. We will not be a party because we know what is happening in Mint. They became a party. That poor people became a party. What is happening in BSNL? They became a party. When we know everything, what is happening in BSNL and even in the Mint, what is happening, do you expect that even if the federation leaders accept it, do you mean to say the ordinary worker will accept this? Today's workers are highly qualified. Much qualified than all of us sitting here. Many are double, triple graduates. Many are engineers, but working as a worker here in the ordnance factory. They are all well educated. They know everything. We cannot cheat them. We cannot betray them. That is what Mr. Pathak has categorically told. We are not here to betray the 80,000 employees of the ordnance factories. So, therefore, but this is an organization, 219 years old, a prestigious organization. This organization has to remain. This has to survive. All technology, like Mr. Pathak has mentioned, clothing technology, leather technology, chemical, small arms, ammunition, gun, weapon, optical, all technology should remain in the government. If you throw this to the corporate sector, the nation will suffer. The army will suffer. We will suffer, okay. We will suffer. We will suffer. We will not get pension. We will not get gratuity. We will die. But nation should not die. The army should not go with a begging bowl to the crony capitalists and private corporates for its requirement. Army should have ordnance factories always within the government of India. So we have given alternative proposal. Please convey our decision to the Honorable Prime Minister and Raksha Mantri. Withdraw corporatization of ordnance factories. Appoint an expert committee with the terms of reference that 30,000 crore how to achieve in the government setup, and within the government setup, whatever improvement, whatever specialization is required to be done, the workforce of the ordnance factories, all the three federations are having an open heart in that. This message you please convey to the Honorable Raksha Mantri. In any case, sir, I am once again reiterating, the three federations cannot become a party for the decision of corporatization. It is your decision as a majoritarian government. You have taken this decision in violation of the 4 written assurances given by the Honorable Raksha Mantris and your own reply given before the Honorable Parliament. You have violated that. Even now there is more time, because Honorable Aram has told it will take 1 year time. Please rethink about it. Always, you see, what is a good governance? What is a better governance? If there is a mistake, it should be corrected. If something wrong we have done, we should have the magnanimity. We should have the magnanimity to correct our decisions. And I am confident that you will go back, convey all our feelings to the Honorable PM and RM, and as still there are enough time is there available for you. We don't want to go for a strike. It is forced on us. You have forced a strike on us, so it is for you to decide that whether we should go on a strike or not. Otherwise, we are 100% justified, convinced in our decision to go for an indefinite strike from 12th October 2020 onwards. With this, I conclude my remarks. Thank you very much.